So welcome, Millie. Thank you so much for coming along this afternoon, or being in your kitchen this afternoon and me in my kitchen, having a chat about your boxing. And we've been supporting you with Cass and Friends for maybe about a year now. I think it was maybe Christmas time we first met up, wasn't it? A couple of Christmases ago. And you were telling me how fabulously you'd done, and you'd got to bronze medal in the national championships, and you're really going from strength to strength. Obviously last year was a little bit tricky because you couldn't compete in the way that you wanted to. But just tell us a little bit about boxing, about the sport, and about why you love it.
So I like boxing because it's once you learn something, you don't stop learning it, and you can always do it better, and you're always there's always stuff to improve on, and yeah.
Yeah. So with regards to that learning, then give us an example of a particular skill that you're trying to master, and how you can learn it as a sort of beginner to learn that skill, and then you can progress to get it even better and better. And then what the sort of amateur boxers who are competing on these big titles, how are they even better at
it? So at the minute I'm trying to get better at my right hook, just make it more relaxed and more natural.
Yes.
So I've just been doing practicing just throwing my hooks a lot when I'm working on the bag and doing some shadow and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And how do you get better at it? Is it just a question of doing it more and more, or the different ways that you can throw the hook that makes it more technical?
I think just to practice it a lot and make sure it's each time just make it more natural and relaxed instead of forcing it.
Yeah. So it's kind of you want to be in, I know when we've spoken in the past, you've spoken about boxers who kind of have that flow and have that sort of gracefulness about the way they box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is it, to sort of to get into that way that you do it, that sort of feels so natural to you?
Yeah.
Tell us about, you mentioned the right hook. You are what's called a southpaw, aren't you? Tell us what that means.
So a southpaw, it means that you're left-handed, so your stance is just the other way around. Okay. So there's not many of us; most of them are orthodox.
Yeah. So the other way, would you call it orthodox or southpaw? Okay.
Yeah.
So is it an advantage then to be a southpaw?
I think it can be an advantage, both, if you're a southpaw or an orthodox, but you just if you know how to use it properly, then it can be an advantage if you're against another orthodox.
Yes.
If you're orthodox.
Yes. My dad was a southpaw, and he won most of his matches, I think, in boxing. So I've heard about that before. Brilliant. What are you trying what other skills are you trying to master at the moment then? So you've got that right hook. What else are you trying to get to grips with?
I've actually just started a few months ago working on the screw shot, sort of increasing that a bit. So just trying to get into a rhythm with that at the minute.
Can you describe that shot to us? How does that look?
It's a jab, but you twist your hand and it goes sort of up, so it's a cross between a jab and an uppercut. It's more like a straight uppercut.
Okay. So again, do you practice that with the pads, or do you practice that with another person?
So yeah, we could do it on the pad bags, even when you're warming up shadowing, or you could do it with a drill, sort of a sparring drill.
Yeah, brilliant. And I know when you go training, you go quite a few times a week. Tell us about I was going to say a normal training week, but maybe let's say when we can get back into the gyms, what would a normal training week look like?
So we go to the gym on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah.
And the sessions are an hour, but I think out of lockdown it's an hour and a half, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So it's on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And then on a Tuesday and Thursday I normally do running here, and on a Saturday running as well.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fitness, isn't it? A lot of running. I know quite a lot of the boxers say maybe the running isn't the best bit. It's not the thing that they enjoy the most, because it's a bit like us runners. We don't really enjoy the strength and conditioning bit of what we need to do. There's always one element, isn't there, with your sport that's kind of oh, I know I need to do it, but it's not the best thing.
Yeah.
So with regards to your running, I know you're running sort of 3K, 4K, 5K. Tell us a little bit. So do you have like a little circuit that you can do from home to do that?
So what I normally do is I like just do like however much I've got to do, but I do it like half of it and then turn around, so it's not really like a route, it's just running and back.
Okay, so a nice out and back. That's quite a good way to do it, isn't it? Because you know, as soon as you've turned around, you're on your way back and you're nearly home.
Yeah.
And with your sessions, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday sessions in the gym, do you split those up into like circuit training and boxing? Is it a combination of circuits and boxing drills, or?
I think it's just like it's a mixture every week. Like there's not a set day where we do set stuff.
Okay.
So it's more just like a mix.
Yeah. Great stuff. And what about your boxing hero or heroine? Who do you aspire to be like, and why?
I quite like Kate Taylor.
Yes.
Just because she's another girl, and when she was younger she couldn't actually box. She had to pretend that she was a boy.
Yeah.
To box. So she's like quite interesting, like her story.
Yes. That's fascinating, isn't it? So why did she have to pretend that she was a boy?
So in the other countries, they was like girls were already allowed to fight, but in Ireland they weren't allowing girls to box, and so she had to like go in the ring and pretend that she was a boy.
Yeah. And how did she get on when she was pretending to be a boy?
She couldn't like take her head guard off or anything, because then they know that she was a girl, and
yeah, amazing.
like,
go on, sorry.
She was just like winning a lot and stuff.
Yeah, she did used to win a lot, didn't she? She's got some nice stories on YouTube as well, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And in the gym, there's a girl in the gym that you go to that you look up to as well. Tell us a little bit about her.
Oh, so she's not actually from the gym. I used to train with her on like a weekend sometimes.
Okay.
So her name's Tori, and I used to she's from the army boxing team, and she's on GB as well.
Yeah.
So I used to her on some weekends.
So she told you all about the progression that you need to make in terms of getting onto the GB team. Has she explained that to you?
So she we talk about that sometimes, and when we used to train together.
Yes. It's lovely having somebody that you actually know who's done it, because I think when you see somebody who's done something that you want to do, it really inspires you to do it, and it makes you believe that it's possible, because if they've done it, then why can't you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So tell us about the skills that you've learnt in boxing. I think apply quite a lot to everyday skills in life. Can you think of any that sort of cross over?
So one of them is controlling your anger, because in the ring, if you get angry or frustrated, you can't just take it out in the ring, because you're going to end up forgetting all of your skill and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you get angry in real life, then you've got to learn to deal with it in a certain way.
Yeah, that's really.
So, yeah.
And yeah, so when you're in the ring, you're not really fighting, are you? It's different to fighting.
Yeah, it's more like boxing, a skill.
Yes, yeah, it's very different mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Millie, what is it for the next? I know competitions are hopefully going to start up again, but what do you want to sort of achieve in 2021?
So if the championships and stuff return, I want to get gold in the championships, so I can become a national champion this year, and just win as many bouts as possible, really.
Yeah. And with your attitude, I know you worked really hard in lockdown. You kept going with all the running you could, your conditioning and your circuits at home. So I'm sure all of that is going to pay off, and you'll be able to show everybody how good you've become when you start competing again.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Millie, thank you so much for your time, and I will speak to you very soon, no doubt.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.